Hey, everybody, Rob Sutherland, CEO of Pro Broker Agency here. We specialize in recruiting real estate agents, but most importantly on the call today, we've got Rick Haase, President of United Real Estate. How are you doing today, Rick?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here, as always.
It's a pleasure, always. And so we're looking again into 2022, or people that are already watching this and it's 2022, because my goodness, there's not much left this year left in 2021. You're a broker, you own an office. Some of the things I think that you think that they need to do next year? What are some pinnacle points for a broker to have a good 2022?
It's funny. When you get asked that kind of a question, and I get it asked a lot, you want to have this compelling answer that's the magic wand or something that somebody's never heard before. But the fundamental principle about growing your real estate office is how well can you recruit and retain agents?
Absolutely.
There's something that we've started doing, and we actually started it with you in your company, Pro Broker Agency, Rob, and that's recognize what your strengths and what your weaknesses are and work to develop both. So yes, we have a ton of recruiting training, helping our brokers, owners, and managers understand the value proposition, make sure that they can effectively communicate it. But sometimes the better way to do it is just to have somebody do it with you or for you. And, we engaged with you to be able to have that to backfill or supplement. So that we're always doing it. We're always putting our best foot forward in that recruiting and retention effort.
It's usually the number one thing that gets left behind is recruiting and retention. And if you're not doing one, you're doing the other. If you're doing one, you're not doing the other. And I think it boils down to systems and things, people looking at their business and systemizing things. I think if we ran a company here and didn't have systems, we'd be out of business, much like yourself. You've got to have things like spreadsheets and CRMs and people that do specific tasks and things like that. And I think that a lot of the time when people have a real estate office, they think, oh, well, people are just going to show up at the door here and they'll join and I won't have to try and chase them down or anything like that. And I think that is a lot of the time why people fail at building their office. They get to a certain level and they stay there. I mean, do you see a similar kind of thing on your end with people you're talking to?
I do, Rob. And it's funny, we say we talk to our agents about systems. How are they going to generate new business? How are they going to work with their past customers to be able to stay in touch with them? And National Association of Realtors says that the vast majority of the time, real estate agents don't get used by the customer who they sold the house to. When it's time to sell, they forget who the agent is. So we talk to them and we engage with them and we provide systems for ongoing support and communication. And then when we stop and we do all that, and then we say, now tell me what your recruiting system is. And the conversation changes. So we have to make sure that we are practicing what we preach as brokers. And again, sometimes you can have the systems and you need those. And sometimes you can delegate a portion of those systems, especially when you don't want to make a hardcore investment into more human resources. And you want to, you have the opportunity to outsource those recruiting efforts. So you need a great business model. You need to be able to have systems in place that can deliver to agents what they need in a cost-effective way. And if you don't have those systems in place, then it's going to be real hard to be able to pay them the gross commission income that they want and deserve. And that stifles your recruiting effort and retention effort as well.
And with retention, I mean, that's another thing, but I love how you guys always look at your brokers and your realtors like they're your clients. I mean, one of the smartest broker owners back in 2008, when I started recruiting, he said to me, all of these people that are walking out every day are my clients. And I pray every night that they come back. And I was like, maybe you should do something other than that. Like, how about reaching out and like make a couple of calls, ask how the business is going, take them for lunch, that type of thing. And I mean, that it's sometimes people think that, if you just leave something alone, it's fine. And in the tech industry, we call it sleeping dragons. Like, don't wake the sleeping dragon or it's going to cancel. I think when you have a real estate office, it's the exact opposite of that. If you're putting in the effort and showing that you care about people's businesses, especially at your level to the broker owners or the brokers level to the realtors, it'll go through the community. People will find out that you care and that you're there to help. And it's a unique thing to be able to do.
Yeah. In our business, relationship has, in my opinion, it has been a very overused reason for anchoring an agent to your company. You need to have relationships that are built on authenticity and trust. And you also have to have the systems that help agents succeed. or all the relationship in the world isn't going to keep an agent there when they have to go down the street to get what they need from a business perspective. So you need the relationship, you need to do all those things, but you also need to really deliver the products, tools, and services that they need and teach them how to use it.
I love it. I love it, Rick. It's always a pleasure talking to you today, and I hope everybody enjoyed our little show today. And we'll be on again next week with a nice summary of 2022. And again, thanks for being on the show today, Rick. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
You got it, and thanks for all the help you give us.
My pleasure, Rick. Always great to see you.